All right, so now let's finish up this review. Okay, so here we're going to divide x cubed plus 2x squared minus 6x minus 9 by x plus 3. So I prefer to do these using synthetic division, but I will show you both ways of solving this problem. So what I'm going to do is in synthetic division, remember we're looking for x minus r, so this is like x minus -3, right? So I'm going to put the -3 up here in the corner. This is in descending order, right? So it goes power 3, power 2, power 1, power 0. So I can just write out the coefficients. X cubed has a coefficient of 1, and then we have 2, -6, -9. Okay, so I bring down my 1. 1 times -3 is -3. 2 plus -3 is -1. -3 times -1 is 3. -6 plus 3 is -3. -3 times -3 is 9, so my remainder is 0. Remember, the coefficients here are the coefficients of my depressed polynomial, which is going to go down by a degree of 1. So I have 1x squared minus 1x minus 3, right? So that's x squared minus x minus 3. So that is answer choice B. If you want to do long division, I will show you how to do that. So we have x cubed plus 2x squared minus 6x minus 9, minus 9. Okay, and that's divided by x plus 3. Okay, so we look at this first term. So x times what equals x cubed? X times x squared is going to be x cubed. So we have x cubed, 3 times x squared is 3x squared, right? Remember, we are subtracting this from this. So this is going to be x cubed minus x cubed, which cancels. This plus is going to become a minus. So 2x squared minus 3x squared is going to be minus 1x squared. Okay, so I'm going to bring down the minus 6x. X times negative x is going to be negative 1x squared. So I have negative x squared. Negative x times 3 is going to be minus 3x. Okay, so I'm subtracting. So what I'm going to do is switch these signs. These two cancel. Negative 6x plus 3x is going to be negative 3x. And then I bring down this minus 9. X times negative 3 is negative 3x. So I have negative 3x plus 3 times negative 3 is minus 9. Okay, so I'm subtracting. So I'm going to switch these signs and end up with 0. So that is how you do long division if you prefer to do long division. So in this problem, it says, what is the remainder when you divide 2x cubed plus 4x squared minus x plus 3 by x plus 2? Okay, so I'm going to do synthetic division. So that's going to be an x minus r situation. So this is like x minus -2. So I'm going to put the -2 in the corner and then write out these coefficients. So I have 2, 4. This is going to be -1 and 3. So let's bring down this 2. 2 times -2 is -4. 4 and -4 is 0. 0 times -2 is 0, so -1 plus 0 is -1. -1 times -2 is positive 2, so 3 plus 2 is going to give me 5. Okay, so that is answer choice D. If you choose to do long division, we're going to do x plus 2 here, and then we have 2x cubed plus 4x squared minus x plus 3. X times 2x squared is going to be 2x cubed. 2 times 2x squared is going to be plus 4x squared. So this is all going to cancel when we subtract. So I'm just going to bring down the minus x. So minus x, let's see, 2x squared minus 1 is going to be minus x. So -1 times x is going to be negative x. 2 times -1 is going to be -2. Remember, we're subtracting, so we're going to switch these signs. 3 plus 2 is 5, so that is going to give me a remainder of 5. Okay, so now let's factor this completely. Remember, whenever you're factoring, you want to start off looking for a GCF. Notice that I can divide an x out of all these terms, so I'm going to go ahead and factor that out. So I'm going to factor out x, and I'm going to divide everything by x. So that gives me x times x cubed over x is going to be x squared, plus 7x squared over x is going to be 7x, plus 10x divided by x is going to be 10. So now I need to factor this trinomial. Okay, so I have c equals 10. I need two numbers that multiply to 10, so I have 1 and 10 and 2 and 5. 1 plus 10 is 11, 2 and 5 is 7, so I have x times x plus 2 times x plus 5, right? Don't forget that GCF of x that you factored out in the beginning. So x times x plus 2 times x plus 5 is going to be answer choice A. All right, so here it wants us to simplify. And so remember, whenever we're simplifying and multiplying rational expressions, we just want to factor everything. So x squared plus 2x, right? Remember, some of you like to label these A, B, C, D, which is a really good strategy to keep track of everything. X squared plus 2x I can factor by GCF. So I'm going to factor out an x. So I have x squared over x plus 2x over x. So that is going to give me x times x plus 2. Now let's go to B. I have 4x plus 4, so the GCF will be 4. So I'm going to factor out a 4, so I have 4x over 4 plus 4 over 4. So that is going to give me 4 times, this cancels, so I have x, and then plus 4 over 4, which is 1. Okay, C is a difference of two squares, right? We have x squared minus 1. So remember, that is basically x squared minus 1 squared, so that is going to become x plus 1 times x minus 1. Okay, so now let's go to D. We have 3x squared plus 6x. So the GCF is going to be 3. We can factor out a 3, and we can also factor out an x. So we have 3x times 3x squared over 3x plus 6x over 3x. So we have 3x times 3 and 3 cancel. X squared over x is x, plus 6 over 3 is 2, and then x and x cancel. Okay, so let's plug everything back in. So we have, let's see, in A, we have x times x plus 2. In B, we have 4 times x plus 1 times, and then we have x plus 1 times x minus 1. And then in D, we have 3x times x plus 2. So that's all the factors we had. So now we're going to cancel any common factors as long as they're on opposite sides of the fraction. Okay, so here we go. X plus 2 cancel. X and x cancel, x plus 1 cancel, and all we have left are x minus 1 in the numerator, and we have 4 in the denominator, right? So we have x minus 1 over 4, and we also have 3. So that is going to be x minus 1 over 12. So we have answer choice A. So now let's work on simplifying this radical. So there's a lot of different ways you can do this. I like to break it up. So we have the cube root of 64, right, times the cube root of x to the 6th, the cube root of y to the 4th, cube root of z cubed, right? I just broke it apart into each separate piece. Okay, cube root of 64, you can do that on your calculator. That's 4. Cube root of x to the 6th. I like to turn these into rational exponents, okay? So if you have the nth root, okay, of x to the m, that will turn into x to the m over n, okay? So that's how I just work on simplifying these, okay? So the power is going to be the numerator. The index is going to be the denominator. Okay, so cube root of x to the 6th is going to be x to the 6 over 3. Well, that is something we can simplify, right? X to the 6 divided by 3 is 2. And then we have y, okay, so that's going to be to the 4/3. So that's like y to the 1 1/3, right? So that's like y to the 4/3. We can just leave that. And then we have z to the 3 over 3, okay? 3 over 3 is just 1, so that's going to be z. So the answer choice that matches this is going to be answer choice D. Okay, so that's a simplified form.